Ralph, let's tell this story again. I got to hear this story out of your mouth about the car, you and Bill. Your daddy bought you the car before you had a license.
Oh yeah, I'm 10 years old.
10 years old.
Bill was 10, I was probably 8.
And he got y'all a car.
Bought it from Bob, you know Bob Campbell was.
Bob Campbell?
Up there on,
Really?
they bought
Yeah.
His daddy.
His daddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gosh, Daddy couldn't have been 15. Because he died at 58.
And you just ride around locally in it.
Oh yeah, we go to Nugent's and mess with that. Just talk about when the patrolman got out, he wasn't really after us. We went to Nugent's and we was coming back. And he came out from Hal Lewis. We met right there. So we figured he's gonna get us. So we just went right down through Mervin's yard, you know where that's at.
Mhm.
Right down behind his house, on down through, there was a pasture down through there. And a wagon road, we just
Yeah.
went right on down through
Yeah.
there, just left it.
Just
We
left
went through the woods and went home. Next day we went back and got it.
Was there any license on them back then?
No, we didn't have
No license, insurance, or nothing?
nothing. Didn't have to have it.
Didn't have to have it.
What did Daisy say about this?
She was saying that. She was
There's a
saying
lot
She
Daisy
probably didn't know about it, right?
Probably did. We took care of ourselves.
This is that's Dan's.
This is actually one I found on the internet, but that's, whose was this one, Carol?
That's Pee Wee.
That's Pee Wee's? See, Pee Wee, you painted it up, it looks like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and y'all had 2 of them? Didn't he wear one out? Grandpa wear one out before you?
Yeah.
Ralph wore that.
All of us wore it out.
Okay, now I recall you telling me a story about you'd drive Roy to the doctor's office, was that right? And then you'd also go get their tractor and bring it,
Go get his mule.
his mule,
Yeah.
and Grandpa would use the mule,
That's
and then
before we had.
and you'd take it back.
He hauled passengers 3 shifts. So when he'd leave to take the first shift up, he'd take me down there. And I'd get the mule.
Mm-hmm.
I'd ride him back up to we lived at the old, across from the gym there.
Mhm.
And he'd come home after he took them up, come back, he'd work the garden.
Yeah.
And then I'd ride the mule back down there. And he'd pick me up, bring me back up. We done that for many trips.
Many trips.
Yeah.
I noticed that in the directory or photo book for the church, they had a picture there. We've got several photos of the church, but inside it, we're talking about Pine Grove. They had this article. Matter of fact, it was much more extensive than this, but I was really interested in how the church got started, and this gives a full detail of how it basically sprang out of Oak Ridge, and people there helped set it up. And that John Henry Connell was the pastor at Oak Ridge, and Hubert Honeycutt, y'all's uncle, met to discuss and organize the church. And Connell was having revival services down there under a brush arbor. And that was in beginning August 7th, 1944.
Used to be Brush Arbor right there.
Yeah, that's what it says. And that later on that they took over the church, was what, Church of the Nazarene, I believe?
Nazarene had it before. No, the Nazarene had
Rocky
it.
River Nazarene Church. They bought it from them for $200.
But it was the Nazarene before Hubert and them took over.
Right,
Richard Phillips.
right. And land that was there. It's funny, the church was built on someone else's property. You bought the church, but the land belonged to Mr. and Mrs. Fink, Odie Fink, and they donated it to the church. And Mr. Fink was the first person to be buried in the cemetery there.
Yeah, and then they donated part of the cemetery.
Yeah.
Karen Lester donated the other.
Yeah, the World Church is sitting there in Marsh Road and all that.
I think we went there some when it was Nazarene.
Really?
I did. I went there when Richard Phillips was there, and he was Nazarene.
says for a short time there was no service at the church, and on May 27th, 45, the church doors were reopened. This is because of the war. Had held a conference to call a supply pastor. Reverend Spry was called as pastor.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, it was preacher's spy.
And then in 46, the church called George Honeycutt as pastor.
He wasn't there long though.
Yeah. In 47, which was just a year later, he was called into the military service. Did Hubert, was he a pastor there at any time? So
Yeah.
Hubert, your uncle, was a pastor, and your cousin, his son, George, was a pastor. And all that happened before 1950.
George first, then his daddy.
Yeah.
Then Blaine List.
It's strange how I've got a connection into all that. John Henry Connell
He helped to start.
helped start it. He married Donna and me. He married us. It's not relevant. I think it is.
That's a long time ago.
I'm 50% Honeycutt woman.
Well, he done a good job.
Yeah, he did. He was what, in his 80s when he married us. An old man.
He lived to be old.
Yeah.
He's there.
Holy cow, what did the woman do there?
She really messed up, didn't she?
She messed up.
So,
It's Dr.
talk about the triplets. What was she thinking? Well, I don't think she was thinking at all about this.
She was either.
Y'all were the first triplets
Wasn't no milkman.
in Cabarrus County, is that right?
Sure. Yeah.
First triplets in Cabarrus County.
I don't think there's any milkmen back in those days.
The old man.
It was milk drum.
And Pee Wee only weighed 5 pounds 4 ounces. Oh, wait a minute, that's wrong. That was Don. Girl weighed 5 pounds 2 ounces. The other boy is tiny. His weight at birth being only 3 pounds and 4 ounces. That's how you got Pee Wee, right?
They weighed something like 13, maybe a little over pounds.
So y'all stayed in the hospital, if I remember correctly, for about a year. Is that right?
Is that right, Virginia?
Oh, yeah.
That's what they say. Nowhere to go. Poor. You're poor.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what Mama said, Doctor said.
What?
That if you come home to where we were at, because it's cracks and everything, you might not survive. So that's why he stayed in the hospital.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let her bring you home. Yeah, you done caught up with the rest of them.
Well, there's Grandma Thompson with all 3 of you.
I think I got a little chubby, didn't
Yeah, you did.
I? Honeycutt head?
Y'all remember that picture?
Grandma was.
Now Virginia says she remembers the day she was born, so I figured y'all would remember that picture.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that. Yeah, but I do remember that picture.
Look at our mom. See, that don't even look like mom. Is it?
Not really.
And people change with age.
She's got them roll up stockings.
Well, you wear them all the time.
Not that kind, that's hers.
Where was that taken?
It's a photographer.
Yeah.
And it's a studio picture.
Yeah, I believe that's a studio picture.
Is that the same one that's hanging in your house, Pete?
Yeah, same
Right.
one.
Growing up. Now, Don, there you look like Bill to me.
Probably, yes, there was resemblance.
Yeah.
Now there's where the handsome dude did.
Do you like the curls?
You didn't even look cross-eyed, did you?
Don, you
Yeah,
brought
it
in
is.
to look for you, he's black
Yes,
he's.
right,
Still look like Bill.
Got that, did
yeah.
Now you changing.
Mama dressed up a lot.
Expensive shoe, man.
I like that one.
So that's beginning to look like you, Carol.
Oh, okay.
Joe, you're so pretty there.
I'm very cute.
Get them pictures
You don't look at them shoes, man. Them socks. That's tough stuff.
Right,
Is
the
it
band is
sandals?
done.
That's a lookout city.
Lookout City.
Looks like sandals to me.
I wonder how old we were there.
They were white and brown or
How
black.
about 12,
Oxford.
13?
Yeah. Look at the socks. though, man.
Teenagers probably.
Now, Phil, you look taller there.
Had your little pants rolled up.
Rolled up pants. Oh, now I love my hair too.
Pee-wee don't look like Donna and Carol, but I can't figure out how Mama could have fooled around and got Pee-wee and all three come at the same time.
Now that's our
High school.
high school, our 12th grade.
12.
Other,
Oh, now is that neat? That's Jim in the background. Isn't it?
That's Bill.
Is that Bill?
That's Bill.
Okay.
one that-
Oh my goodness!
I think he's slightly pregnant
I
there.
think I'm slightly pregnant.
Carol, what you have on?
I was pregnant.
Turned it up.
Oh,
The belly's sticking out.
I had to be in the early 60s.
That was Philip, I bet.
That's the 70s there now.
Yeah.
Polyester. Everybody in polyester.
Polyester.
And the hairstyles.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That was a birthday for us.
Three Stooges.
Oh my goodness.
oh, done what you laughing for.
You see,
You're right funny, really.
We're gonna do that again when we.
you got to tell what this is. But we're not just watching
Oh, okay.
pictures here,
He
okay?
was 50 years old.
And what happened?
I don't know who pulled that off. Lynn and Gail, somebody who would have pulled that off.
Lynn.
Lynn brought that bed down there.
Gail made our bonnets, our little hats. Lynn put us in the bed in the front yard of the home place. That's a nurse that was with Mama when we were born. Was it Barnhart?
No, that wasn't her name. I didn't know that.
No.
Anyway, that's the nurse.
That's the nurse that was with.
Took care of y'all for a year.
Or either she was with
She was in the labor room.
labor room when we
Okay.
were born. See, Don wouldn't even hold his own bottle.
Oh, he has before though.
Did we see it?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Everybody said that you have these.
Cute little bonnet. I still have my bonnet.
That's hefty there, wasn't
Right, that's you in the background. That was at a Honeycutt homecoming
Yeah.
reunion. I mean,
Now,
who was that?
So,
it? That's an old picture there. You must have been 8.
It's like Shelley.
Shelley's got that picture.
Go up fast.
Really going down the limb.
That's when y'all was going to, as Lester's Henry J. and your and Jim's 55 Chevy.
Were you at the beach?
Mountains on you.
Yeah, we did pitch, but
Well, I don't think we had too many palm trees at the mountains, so probably the beach.
Got a palm tree.
That's a palm tree right behind them and across the street.
I see.
That's a palm tree.
Real little with the beach we did.
Back home.
Yep,
Virginia Rufus,
little angels.
Lanny.
That would be,
Lanny Bit.
that'd be Vicky,
Late 50s.
Big Lanny and Vicky.
He said it was in the late 50s.
You can see the old house back over there now.
Yeah.
Yes, when I showed Carol the other day, I said someone maybe he could get a picture off of it if he could move that tree.
Who is that?
It didn't have a 2-bedroom.
Lenny, I think, because that was my picture.
Virginia and Lanny. Good picture.
Seen this one before, but now we're not looking at the house. We're looking at the family.
That's Tim, that's Lanny and
Vicky.
Vicky.
Unless Randy was in a dress.
Lanny and Vicky.
Yep.
Little red wagon.
Greyhound instead of a red flyer.
Okay.
There's one.
Lanny and Randy.
Annie and Randy. Looks just like Lori, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Got her hair rolled up. I told them the other day that when they were born, we didn't know us have no kids, so we thought they were play toys.
I like that one.
Yeah, they do.
Me too.
Look at sis.
I'll ride the bike.
Mm-hmm.
I have 4 of
Now,
them.
I'm not. Is that
Me,
Tim?
Randy, Vicky, and you, I thought.
I'm trying to figure out if that's me or if it's Tim.
No, I think
That's
it's you.
It's me.
Yeah, me and Carol said.
Recognize Carl.
I like that one too.
I like that one.
Oh, rats.
This was when we would go to the beach and we couldn't afford nothing but this little house. And the little lady lived in it, but she rented us out some room. And usually the Hooks brothers was with us.
That is too.
Well,
Johnny and.
they may have got taken out of the picture, but there
I
was
started
there was
saying
a few more kids in the photograph.
Mary Gracie's and the Hooks.
I know, we had
And
a
all,
ton.
we all.
This one right here had 2 more in the photo, and I
It
sort of
was either
took
Mary
them out.
Gracie's or the Hooks. These days. But she rented us out a room and she lived in the house.
And we used her kitchen.
Hey, superstars.
Yeah.
And collected.
It was tough. You got them out my box, didn't you?
Uh-huh.
You
I love
did too.
that one.
There's another good one.
Yeah. Look at Randy's belly. He's got his pants pulled way up.
Look at
He's
Vicky's
got his pants full of photos.
and Vicky's Kmart legs.
Kmart legs.
We used to ask her where she got those pretty legs. She said, "What at Kmart?"
She got a big
Kmart.
She said Kmart.
Bow-legged.
She's not bow-legged.
That child couldn't, she's not neat. She'd try to run and the
Uh-huh.
knees would hit each other. And
Oh
she'd
my
fall
goodness.
all the time.
That's the opposite of bow-legged.
Yeah, sure. I think she's improved a bit now. They feel loud.
Look at her there.
Feel that.
Oh, that's
Now is that Steve or Tim?
You know,
Tim.
I had a hard time telling their baby pictures apart.
I think that's Tim there.
They
I
look
think
just
it's
alike.
Tim.
I think it's Tim.
I've got a bunch of,
They do look alike on some of their pictures.
I
That's
got that
good.
one in home.
I like that. Susan, you were a classy girl. Classy mom.
I know, that's why it's about
That's right. You should have been classy. You would have had that.
There's Grandma and the
Grandma.
whole crew.
Yeah.
That's my little angel she showed me.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Charles, Vicky, Randy, and Tim.
Mm-hmm.
That's a school picture.
Yeah. I'm gonna go through their pictures.
This is
High school probably.
Yes. Who is that?
That's Lanny.
He's
Lanny and Grandma.
Lanny,
He-
that was at my house.
He was taller back then than he is now.
Yeah. That's a good plain picture of him.
Yeah.
I got a big one like that.
That's
It's Tim probably about 10,
Shelly.
10, 11.
Those school pictures.
That's 7th grade.
Graduation for Tim.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good picture.
Oh, that's a lovely family.
That come out of the
Charts.
church.
Mm-hmm.
That's the church album.
Church
That
album.
worked well.
Good.
Ralph, that's your old house.
We did that.
I think this is before she had cut, don't you?
Oh, it ain't like that now.
I believe that was your house too.
Huh?
You don't look real happy with that hat.
I wasn't.
She don't never smile. She's a sourpuss. She either
We
chewing
made her do
gum or frowning, whichever.
Now that's a nice picture.
That's a good looking picture.
You
Yeah,
was,
that's
but
good.
that. That's a good one.
I don't remember that.
I sort of cleaned that one up. It had wood on the right side and it had a mirror behind Tim's head and it was showing his bald spot, so I just took the whole mirror out.
Aw, that's good. Now that was at your birthday.
Uh-huh.
We won't say which one.
Back when you were 29, remember?
Yeah, I remember. That's my grandkids.
Great grandkids, then your grandkids, and your kids.
That's my kids.
Do you want to name them all?
Yeah.
Tell them what your family is.
Diane, and Vicky, Lanny, Randy, and Debbie, and me.
That'd be pretty.
That's pretty.
She looked like a Japanese when she was little.
Well, sure it does.
I don't think she belongs to Daddy. You look in them eyes. That's good.
It's probably high school.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized your name signed on it, so.
Mm-hmm.
That's good of him.
Mm-hmm.
And well, that was probably
That was
when
in the
they got
mountains,
married.
probably one of your trips. In the mountains. Looks like Easter.
Who do you think it
That's
is?
so, yeah.
Have no
She says,
idea.
I'm tired, let me
No, it's
go.
Wesley Sheriff
Mhm.
in our car, right his troll, look at that.
Yep, she's looking on.
That's neat.
Yeah, sure, it does look a little foreign, don't she?
Yep.
Not as much now as she used to.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
God's little angel.
Aisha, sure. Jessica,
You just can't believe it.
Nathan.
Well, Nathan grown up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Handsome young man.
Reed.
Well, Bobby.
That was at our
Hat party.
Yeah.
Nice Ralph's, isn't it? And that's your kitchen?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
That was a good picture. That's Bill.
that's cool.
Handsome Billy. Who wrote that on there?
It was like one I had. I thought-
It was. It was.
I thought it would come out.
Do you see?
You
Susan?
wrote on a lot of them.
Yeah, I did.
I assume that's Susan.
Mhm.
I might go fight that out. Yeah. That was a thing back in my day.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh,
That's
wait,
them
wait, on
on
vacation?
vacation mountains. Same one walk out.
Nashville.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Mhm.
Huh? Susan.
Got a little telephone there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good.
Boston.
Probably high school picture. Yeah, school picture. Took a lot of pictures of trees. That's probably at your house, Shirley.
Mhm.
Bill.
He's arrested. That was maybe a Christmas dinner they had.
Sunday at their house and they give us all this picture, didn't they? Cause I got one just like.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, probably was your picture.
That was, I believe, the Honeycutt
But don't
reunion.
act like you're too happy with the situation.
Now, who's that handsome young man?
He's in the army now. He's in the army now. He was fighting the war.
Oh,
Ain't that pretty?
Cool.
That mine, see, I got right now.
Yeah, you wrote all over it.
yes, good picture. Yes, sailor. See that mom and dad was standing at that.
Bubba, you're supposed to be saluting, not doing that.
Was that her senior picture?
But we had them necklaces at that time, I know. Because I
I
had
know.
one and she had one. Probably so.
What was that, Ralph?
She had a
Fort
cream
Bragg?
one, see?
Is it Fort Bragg?
Fort Jackson.
Jackson.
Fort Jackson, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Check the Crinlin out. Oh, check out Avonson. Check out the beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Myrtle Beach.
See the wedding. I love that one. She looks like Lucy. Don't she?
Yeah.
Lucy.
Was that the boss house? Thought so.
Oh,
Whose
what
car was that?
That's hers. She flipped, ain't that the one she turned over?
Oh my
And you turned
goodness.
over going to get her. I want to see her.
I think he turned
What
it
is
over.
that? It's such a long car. That's good.
I read it says it does got a long trunk to it.
Must be that same trip.
Nashville,
It is.
Tennessee.
Nashville.
Yeah.
He all went to Nashville, didn't
Everybody took a picture.
he? Yeah,
Same one.
looks like it.
Oh, look at that little girl there. Can you see her with?
There's a wedding. Is that a wedding cake?
I do. Yeah, it looks like a wedding cake.
Well,
Nita.
who is that little girl? Whitney. She can't, y'all. She seen that.
She gonna see it.
That's good.
Now, where was that at?
I don't recognize none of the furniture. Or do you,
Could
Deborah?
have been
No.
when we went to the beach.
Think y'all went on
Well,
a trip together?
Yeah, was at Florida when we done Gales. We went out on a boat trip. That was good.
I love that. That's a really good picture. Is that a church picture, Ron? And guess who's next?
Now here comes the show is on. Yes, ma'am. Hold on to your hats. Oh, I think I'm gonna put that one in there. I like to keep it nice though. I heard that.
Who rolled your hair? No, that was the one that's cute.
And that's a school picture, right?
Look at those freckles.
I guess maybe we used bobby pins. I think we did to roll it.
Roll it, yeah.
That's how we did roll. Mama wrote mine on socks.
Who do I look like?
Oh. Check her out.
That was a graduation.
It's a good picture.
That was my first whole matrimony too. Went ahead and made good paper. Look at my hair. Why did I have to have so many curls?
We put her on.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
What you call 'em?
Spit curls.
I didn't have no freckles or nothing on there.
Wonder why.
If we didn't
Oh,
know.
check it out.
And makeup
You dress like that all the time?
Most
Sure.
of the time.
That's time.
That's how I go to the hood.
That's why you go to work.
No, that's my wedding stuff. I mean, my graduation stuff.
All right.
What?
How do we get a graduation things to bring home with us?
Oh, prettiest little baby in the whole wide world.
Two more jewels. I just happen to have 3 jewels.
You got 3 jewels now, don't you?
Mm-hmm. My baby.
That's your baby.
That's your baby.
And a big baby.
Talking eyes.
Mm-hmm.
She was like something that
She
Indian.
fussed because she didn't like. These are all the school pictures.
Mm-hmm. But obviously, this was senior year
Yes.
graduation.
That was her senior year, and she was honor society. I was very proud of her.
Hanging out with the deer.
Hanging out with the deer, when Sherry's throwing the snowball, Sherry just went right there that time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I didn't know that you was a doctor. This is AT&T and Dr. Pig making the world safer for tomorrow. AT&T's leading scientist, Dr. Shirley Pig, tests her latest circuit design for modulated encryption of data streams.
But that wasn't really on there.
It wasn't.
Someone ad-libbed a little bit. And you think that I know about all that stuff, don't you?
Well, they give you that impression from the photograph now, don't they?
You know why?
Why did they pick you?
That I think it's because that day I had on that real bright yellow sweater and that checkered shirt, and that guy come up. They came from Atlanta to make pictures at the machinery, and he asked me would I sit down there and pretend to be doing that.
Well, you
See, that's a grade 5.
Grade 5.
I was a 1. So I sat down, put my little bracelet on there. They're supposed to be out for advertisements, but I ain't got no problem yet. You see, that was Charles' wedding, so maybe that's when it was. That's a bigger punch bowl.
So somebody
Maybe
dropped your
maybe
punch
this
bowl
is
and broke it.
Christmas. I guess this is
That's
Christmas.
Christmas. That's
Yeah.
Christmas tree.
Yeah. Oh, she's so beautiful. What whose necklace I borrowed?
Oh no.
What about them earrings?
Where's your children there?
My children just got flashed off the screen. It's very good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's at your wedding.
Very good.
Very good.
We shouldn't have got right in front of Sarah's Christmas tree. She's cute, I know she
Prettiest child
is.
of the
Yeah,
age.
had I known my children were going to be so pretty, I'd have more than one.
So you know who that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Bill.
That's Bill. I don't
We
think that's Bill.
so.
I don't know who
I
that
don't
is.
remember seeing that. I think you call that Daryl Vane, wouldn't you?
Mm.
Everybody.
Where'd that come from? Yours?
Some ears, got some ears in it.
Peters was showing up.
He's
all
listening.
Mom, what did you have on there?
As they say, Don, better to hear you
the
will.
time. His cowboy shorts.
Cowboy
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we had, and Pete had a cowboy shirt.
Yeah, I remember them.
Should be you on there. So that's Don, that's Melanie down on the ground.
That Christmas tree back there in black and white.
Oh,
Sort of
that's good.
surprised.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
don't know where that was. Seemed like it
It's
was
early.
Jeez.
That's good.
That was cool, that
Yes, you let me look at your haircut.
and buzz.
Michelle,
Didn't
Don,
look like
and
his
Donna.
Donna. She looks like Keisha.
Now, who, look at you there.
That's 70s.
How'd you wear your hair like that?
How?
It was the
Why?
style.
It was thick. That's the style back then.
Don looks like Steve. So it did.
That's when we got remarried. Yeah.
That's a good picture.
That's good.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Brady Bunch, huh?
That, 206, yeah, Christmas.
206. Adam's gone.
And that was
On the cruise.
on the cruise. Adam behind me. That's Adam.
Mm-hmm.
She took, that was a fellow named Bob, Melanie's boyfriend. So she took his head off and put Adam's on it because Adam couldn't be with us.
Oh.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You telling on it.
You didn't know that? She
I didn't
tell
know
you.
that. No.
Lord, there's Pedro and his lovely bride. What's that Tim called him? His bride.
Tim's right.
You got a picture of Peter?
Yeah,
That
she
picture
ain't
you
on
got?
there. We need her on there with Pee Wee.
Well,
Ah,
to get along
you
further
just
along,
began.
it starts when he's young. He hadn't met her when he was this age.
No, these men are now.
He always had larger eyes.
That some says he's in the army now.
His western shirt. Oh, you know who that is, huh?
That's my little baby.
You could do that quite often. I remember you'd be able to almost sit down on your feet and touch your rear to the ground.
Exactly.
Was you not one of them?
Thought maybe you was Chinese or something.
Was you not one of
Can't get
with
out of
Steve
that,
on there
can you?
with
You
him?
get up, you get that.
Was the one like that with Steve on there with him?
I don't think so.
Should have
Steve?
been. Steve and Troy both was there. He's squatting right there in the front porch with him. You probably just didn't recognize who it was.
Maybe not.
That's your mammy, you know.
And Christmas.
It's your Christmas.
Got her. That's
I like that.
There's your hot rod or your motorcycle.
I had it.
Susan sing that?
No, I have it. And I told Westy, I said, put this in there. He said, will anybody know who it is? I said, yeah, they'll know who it is. Good picture, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Pee Wee and his
Joseph.
bride.
Yes,
Where you
he's
get that one there?
That's the wedding. I guess Gail sent that one. I've got him, I just couldn't. find
Yeah. Yep. She found it for him.
I think I got
I need
it.
one.
him. Oh, you don't.
Is that Mr. B?
Yep. Yep.
Look at this smile on your face, Peter.
He's happy.
We said the last word, though.
Pee Wee, that's one down here's happy.
Pee Wee, how old were you when you got married? You don't know. 59. 10 years ago? Was it just 10 years ago?
It's past December.
Well, I'll be. Yeah. You was 59.
No. Jenny, you gave me that picture.
Huh?
You gave me that one.
Yeah, and I had one of Donna. I thought I'd get
You did. It was on there.
about the same time.
Yes.
Bubba, look, she's looking straight at you.
Do you like my
Because-
pearls?
Where did I go?
She ain't crossed at all.
Oh, you're at home.
There, yeah.
Whose car was that behind you?
Ours.
Okay.
There's some Steve, Jim.
Yeah.
Hey, high school there?
I would think so. Oh, that's on the courthouse. Up at the Concord courthouse.
A lot of people pose on the steps at the courthouse.
They did back then. Me and Patsy Cole.
Especially if it's looking for a man.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh my
No
goodness.
haircut.
Derek and Al. Her daddy cutting his hair. Derek and Alan.
Look at that way by
Yeah,
that shot.
curl.
He wanted his
He's got
hair to be straight and it wouldn't stay straight at all.
He didn't sleep
Yeah,
there.
he took a nap.
I think you had one too
He's
many.
a little chubby, wasn't he? Look at Derek's smile.
You look chubby.
Oh, my two handsome sons. That was at Alan's wedding. And that's me, my lovely Lynn, at our wedding.
And this was New Mexico?
Arizona.
Arizona?
Mm-hmm.
Arizona.
Mhm.
Is this Arizona too?
That's Arizona.
Okay. He grew some hair.
Lexi and Katie.
And who were Lexi and Katie?
Oh, my granddaughters.
Okay.
That's Lexi and myself and Katie on the front porch at our other home. There he is swinging them.
Y'all look like somebody's hobos there.
We were, yeah, that right. We was all at your house, Ralph, remember? You're that
Look at that funky hair you started. You
Oh,
got
yes,
straight on one
check it
side
out.
and on the other.
What happened to it? And that's my family. Myself, Chris, Alan, Derek, Debbie, Katie, Lynn, and Lexi. At Presbyterian Church on Wacky River
Mhm.
on Easter Sunday.
Mhm.
What a dang good looking bunch of people. Ain't
Tough, wasn't
they?
it? Telling you.
I guess that's why Mama kept having so many.
Oh,
Yes, she didn't want to give those last three away.
She sure didn't.
There's Elvis and Priscilla.
How'd you get back to me?
We're doing vacations now.
Okay, that was me and my precious love on vacation.
What'd you say it was?
Mark.
Marmount. Marmount. Okay.
Turn her back on for Jim.
Yes, she did. You remember your little purse there? It's a
Oh,
basket.
Rock City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there on the bumper sticker.
Rock City a lot. And that was Lenny Dale and his Indian chief.
That was, again, Maggie Valley, I think. That's Alan, Eddie, Pee Wee, and Mama.
That's Cherokee there.
That's my sister and her husband.
His sister here.
That's just my elder sister
Your elder sister.
and her husband, yeah.
She's got something in her hand.
Got her.
It's a
Clutch.
little golden purse.
Her money bag.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
money
always
bag.
make sure
It was
I
a
have
bag.
You
purse.
carried all the money. Look at this one.
Oh dear, there's Elvis. Look at, is that Uncle Lester?
Yep.
Yep.
And Raymond.
Rufus and,
Rayvon.
Rayvon.
Burris.
Rayvon
Yeah.
Burris.
And
And Sugar Bear.
should be. Second Elvis.
And Putt Putt.
That's, we were camping.
Camping trip. Yeah.
Francis.
And I don't remember this. And it may have been one where I wasn't with you. I don't remember that.
Probably not. I think it was.
Camper.
You're at
You
them.
don't see her rest much, do you? That was on our vacation. I still believe it was at Maggie Valley, because that's about the only place we went.
Mhm.
Is that your mammy?
That's your mammy.
She was a reader. I didn't get it from her.
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's where we're on
You got to
vacation.
read.
Jim,
That's
we
two
were
good
first-
looking men right there.
got 3 legs.
Mm-hmm.
Their beds look good.
Boy, Jim, it weighed about 120-something pounds.
What, Rufus take his shirt off one time a year when he went on vacation?
Yeah. Jim has his.
Well, that's good. Rufus, Virginia, Jim, Ralph, and Sarah.
She must have been cooking or
Who?
something. You.
I probably took a picture.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
somebody had to take a picture.
She was making.
Yeah, you look at them legs. If you tell me them things ain't pretty. I don't believe them's mine. I got too much fat on them now to ever had any out of them.
You know, Larry hadn't changed much. He's got the same beard.
Is that, who's on the left? Is that Randy? No.
On the left is Randy.
Randy? Okay.
Yeah, Rufus.
Lanny and Rufus.
Yep.
Okay.
And our fishing trips.
Mhm.
Where'd you get that one? I was hunting for that this morning.
You were.
Mm-hmm.
Hawaii.
Oh.
I have to do that. I'll give you
The little cruise. Or did you fly? Did you cruise out or fly out?
Flew out and then cruised.
Yeah.
See, I wasn't so fat then. My moo-moo.
You didn't fill it out, did you?
Mm-mm. Thank goodness. That's Charleston. We all went there.
Yeah.
and Had a blast.
Is that the same trip?
That's, isn't that at your mom and dad's house? In the garage?
Well, it's inside a house, isn't it? Maybe it is a garage.
yes. and-
Yeah, see the door?
Yeah,
Leslie?
yeah.
I think that was on a picnic and out there in the garage.
That's Charleston.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good.
I was in cooking that time. That's the choir.
Oh, it sure
They got a
was.
problem, don't they?
Look at me.
I like that.
I love that picture.
You don't know?
Why?
Can you believe she
Yeah,
get
and
pop
they,
like that?
Whitney, remember that? We talked about it?
She might have used to.
She'd be whooping up.
I'm gonna crop it down a little bit more and send it to
I gotta
her.
have to work
Yeah.
out in the field today to get some of the.
Hey, I'm gonna put a title above it that says "What's cooking."
What's
Yeah,
cooking?
do
That'd
that.
be
Send it
good.
back to her.
Chicken cooking.
Put it on the movie.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken. That'd
Put
be
it
so
on there,
cute.
that'd be good.
I love that.
There he is.
Oh, he loves them
Where'd he go?
outhouses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've got the, that's Gail and Lynn. Where were we at?
Was that Gail? I thought it was you. So it
I
could
think
be
it's
Gail.
Gail.
Okay.
And I was cooking. I really cooked up a good dinner that night.
Yeah.
Church and
Served
the
all
house
my
with
brothers and
and
sisters.
stuff like. It's been a good menu.
Now you eating?
Yeah.
Oh, now that's a
Now
good.
that was fun.
Went in there was Presley's house for all the cooking utensils.
It's like I might be wearing out some corn.
Uh-huh.
It's courthouse.
Right, we need a picture of that when we went to Evelyn's house. Two below.
Bill, Virginia, Ralph, and Francis. Love that little picture.
Mama made my little dress. Cat and I wouldn't have one more.
Oh,
I've never seen that one.
No, that's like some.
Where's it at? Can you tell by the barn or anything behind you? See, there's even somebody right there, but I can't tell who it is.
In the car.
could that be over at Carrie and Uncle Lester's? Was an old building out there?
Looks like it's across the road at the Hunt house before that barn was tore down.
They what
Yeah, that-
used to be
yeah.
a barn.
Could be.
Yeah, that field there,
Yeah.
that
We was-
barn set out there in that old pole.
Yeah, we out to see.
Yeah.
That's about the age y'all were,
Mhm.
Donnie.
There's no,
Good, I see it.
that's when I first moved down, I think.
Yeah.
So that was taken at Huff House.
I
What
believe
it looks like.
I believe that's the barn.
it used to be
Yeah.
a big
He
barn.
used to be a
Okay.
cute little fella.
Was the wind blowing
Lots
out?
of
He
dams.
was some cute little fella.
Uh,
You know, remember the old dams and streets set to the
Yeah.
right, you see it?
Yeah.
That's where it was.
Okay.
Oh, now, is that neat or not, sisters?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all were grown up there, weren't you?
I was holding in all I could. I could
I don't know where Francis
I could hardly breathe. I could feel that.
That was in, down at the home place,
Yep.
a picnic, a dinner.
She's probably taking
I'm trying
pictures.
to look what
Yeah.
kind of car that was behind y'all, had it blocked.
Oh, who that block? What you talking about?
When was this? What year was this picture?
It's that little old Metropolitan, wasn't it?
I think
I believe it
so.
was.
Probably
The
80s.
one Jim had.
I believe it was.
Where's this made at?
Who?
That's okay.
We know where this one was made.
Yeah.
It's up Ralph's.
That's Rouse.
Why do I always have to be the fattest one? I ain't figured that part out yet.
Because you like to eat more than we
I
do.
think so.
Well, you're happy. They say when
That's
you're fat, you're
right. See,
happy.
look. Could you not zoomed in just a little lower?
Let me work on that one for you. I can fix
Please,
it. I
make
can
me
fix it.
little if you can.
All right. I'll make you smaller than Carol.
That'd be cheap. That'd be cheap.
It would be cheating, but I would love it better.
If I can fix Carol's eye, I can fix your,
That's right.
your
Exactly. Fix my hair.
See,
too.
Willem's got that picture behind him. It's hard to see his white hair.
yeah.
That was at the Honeycutt reunion.
Yeah. This one too.
Mm-hmm.
See? I'm always out front with my big belly shine.
I don't look too thin.
I look like Susan there.
Your hair looks
She has
red there,
red
doesn't it?
hair.
The story about Grandpa tearing up Daisy's dad's pea patch.
They did.
I don't know about that one.
But you have to tell that.
All right, Virginia.
That's when Daddy was dating Mama, and he
Mhm.
went to pick her up one night. They didn't like Daddy, and they wouldn't let her go. So Daddy took his car and tore Mama's daddy's pea patch up. Just went around.
Mhm.
Mama told me that. Just tore it up.
Now I assume that was at the Thompson home place we were looking at earlier. That's over
Where
there.
that could be, I don't know, because that was before his daddy died.
Mm-hmm.
That was before.
Well, isn't that where they worked? That's where he died, right? He was working some area there where that home place was at? No?
Oh, that's down around Mint Hill somewhere.
I started saying we don't, I
I
don't,
lost my train of thought.
So they lived in Mint Hill before they lived there on Close Store Road.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for a long time.
I believe they live below me
Oh,
down
Thompson,
there on
her
the,
husband before.
Well, if he tore the pea patch up, Grandpa wasn't
I
dead.
can't remember the name
Mm-mm.
of the place, but
If
they
you
live
want
down
to
there
know,
below me.
Mhm.
Yeah, down in there somewhere.
Mhm.
I wouldn't
Mhm.
be
Come
here.
on.
See, Mama went to school up there where that trailer we had. There was a schoolhouse, that's where Mama went to school.
Okay.
Plunkett, she went to,
Well, when was the Thompson home that we looked at built?
That home,
Lila bought that
Oh, they just bought it.
yeah.
from Fee Hudson.
they
They
moved
had-
out from, down in a little 2-room, 3-room like we had.
When did they buy? Do you have any idea?
That's a long time.
Right, Virginia, but should know that. When did they
I
buy?
don't
Lila
remember, I
buy
don't
that?
remember the date. Long time before she bought a car, that was in
It
forty.
was way before Mary graduated.
Okay. All right. All right.
There
Well,
used to
that.
be a road there, Donald Litt's house, went back in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Down through there, they live way back down there.
We were little because we'd call Fred Stafford's kids white crackers, and they'd call us something.
He called them black crackers and they called us white crackers.
Uh-huh. They'd sit on their front porch
Then
every
Lila
time we went
bought
back.
that house.
Uh-huh.
We walked.
And that's this.
So Lily bought the Thompson house,
Probably in the early 50s.
not Bertha.
We lived at the old
Bertha lived
clubhouse
with us.
Uh-huh.
when
Lila
they lived down there.
bought it.
Oh, I didn't know that either. See, I'm learning some more stuff here.
Yeah.
I learned more talking than we do looking at pictures.
I remember it, I don't remember the years that they bought it.
Okay.
I remember when they moved.
Okay.
so they moved from
I
Mint
might
Hill?
could find out from Faye exactly when, but
They
they
moved
both
from
did
Mint
buy
Hill
it.
to the house that Lay bought, or?
She said he
or
come up
back
to the
down
store
behind
and said,
Donald
"Lila,
Litt's."
let me
See,
sell
I
you a
vaguely
house."
can remember
That's what the
that.
store
You
showed.
remember
Uh-huh.
that?
What was the big stink about Grandpa Frank selling Hubert and Leonard land at different costs per acre.
He did. He didn't sell it, he gave it to him.
Oh, gave it to Hubert.
And sold it to Daddy for
Oh.
$10 an acre.
And Grandma didn't like that too good, did she?
No, Grandma was very good about that.
It's because we had lots of money, right?
Had to be.
Sold
Children
Bella Cotton, Daddy said sold Bella Cotton, bought the houses on there for $100 there.
$100.
What
Yes,
really?
Then $13 an acre from mailbox on down.
You said that, $13 an acre?
No, 60, because Hubert got his was 12.
I remember Mama used to say, first,
$13 an acre now, and what Mama told me.
said he bought, I don't know what he paid for the first, but he bought that where your house was. And Mama used to fuss because he charged Daddy $50 an acre for whatever, I think it was 7 acres that he bought last, wasn't that right around? And Mama, I heard her say many times that he didn't do it right because he charged Daddy $50 an acre for that last part.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the first part.
A lot of time involved. That's in
No, he's right, he did
1951.
sell
Yeah.
it to lots.
Hubert's deal with him was in 1940s.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, big difference.
there's some things involved.
Yeah.
The first lot done, he paid Pa $13 an acre, the first. Now, the last I don't know.
All I know is I used to hear her snort and cuss and go on about it.
Her mammy didn't cuss.
And she gets wound up. You better get out of the way.
She snorted, but she didn't cuss.
Well, she never used any red oil for anything, did she?
All over you.
She put red oil on everything you had.
Wouldn't red oil cure everything?
Yeah.
It
There's
did.
nothing that wouldn't cure.
And mineral oil. I said, Mom, my stomach hurts. Go get you a dose of mineral oil. My stomach's hurt all my life. I had to take
Well, I remember the
Sugar.
red oil. I remember mustard plasters real well.
Yeah. How about sugar with kerosene on it for worms?
Oh no, I don't remember that one.
And
She
she
did.
I didn't have worms too often.
If you cut your food or something, you wouldn't
And
to the kerosene drum.
Yeah,
Run
yeah.
what was this?
That's affinity bag. There you
That's
go.
it.
Yeah.
That was
That's
for,
how babies cut your teeth.
no,
Oh,
that's
I
for
thought it was
worms.
for
wasn't
polio.
Well, she had it around Lanny's neck. I couldn't stand the baby.
it?
I
Yeah.
think it's
Her grandma would throw it around
Oh,
his neck
was
and keep
it
it, wouldn't nothing
polio?
come around it.
That's
That's a worm.
They said it was
Did
heavy.
we take it or hang it around our?
Both.
Now,
What was it
I
sugar
think any
on,
kind of disease is supposed
sugar with
Yeah.
It ward off all kind of bad stuff.
to. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But you know, you used to take and,
We had take
you
one.
have the earache and you take and pee in a bottle, pour warm pee in your ear.
What?
Well,
They did do that.
That's it.
That's why I
Huh?
kept the
Yeah.
earache.
Okay.
There you go.
I mean, cause see, that's, a lot of,
What's hurting?
Everybody try that.
it
That's
is,
real. That's real.
that's a lot of,
Three Zelos.
They use it for a lot of things.
yeah, what, it had what you
I
call,
didn't know you liked it. She got it from me.
buying a bottle,
Somebody asked me.
ammonia in it.
Yeah, it does.
And
Is that
if you
real?
get it, they get it,
Yeah, but
beat
he's
it
talking
toward
about
your ear.
the volumes in your
Did you-
ears.
That's
It
right.
works, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's red oil, you know what it.
And
Grandma, in fact, I think I was one, cause I had a neat hole in my ear.
Mm-hmm.
And finally had it operated on a few years ago, but still got a little one in it. But I think that's where I got it from was,
She would smoke a cigarette too and blow
I was
smoke.
gonna say,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
really,
Put cotton in.
Anything warm, I think.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't nothing to eat too.
Yeah, no, she still did.
She just wanted to smoke a cigarette, right?
That's what,
That's all she wanted.
we should have got our pipe.
The old flow home. I understand that you said that there was 3 beds and 12 of you in that house at one time, and you said it was only how many rooms?
Three.
3 rooms,
Three, a long shed kitchen and 2
And-
rooms on the front.
6 babies to a bed at one time. I guess you laid them sideways.
It was 2 beds. It was the den part which wasn't big. Then right beside it was kind of a long room, not big. And there's a bed here, you could barely get around it. There's a bed here. Daddy and Bill slept over here. And the rest of us slept crossways to bed. Mama slept, we had a bed in the living room. Mama slept in there. And Carrie, because we had all men.
Just 12 of you now.
Suppose we put
3-room
walls
house.
along that wall.
Packing them in
That's what
there.
you call love, isn't it?
When,
Yeah.
when y'all come home, that door I told you she never would let us go out on the porch, on that little porch on the back side, she kept that door locked, shut. You were lined up along that wall. 3 beds. And Grandma stayed for a little while, she didn't stay too long.
Now, when y'all moved from the Huff house to the last house, I got here that you moved into it on Thanksgiving Day, 1947. That y'all had to hand carry the furniture from the Huff house over.
That's right.
Is that right? So the kids carried the furniture over.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit newer.
Yeah.
Got the trailer behind the tractor too. So.
Yeah. Okay. And
Or
y'all
what?
helped build it. Mixed mortar, stuff like that. Didn't you say that, Daryl?
Yeah, the boys did.
Yeah.
Ralph, you know about that.
Yeah, we did.
Y'all
Mixed all
mortar.
of mortar, yeah, we mix it up. Colored guy helped lay it some. Mr. Put Boger helped lay it out, and then Daddy took over.
took over.
The only thing back in the very back end, Daddy couldn't get to do right, and that's when he hired the color man to help him. In the kitchen area, in the corner, it wouldn't get level. He had a color man to come help him get back on.
So
And then he went on by himself with these boys.
And
You know, he wasn't no old man either.
he what? What do you mean? Who what?
Daddy wasn't.
Oh, when he
Died
was
at
building
50.
it.
He
Yeah.
died at 58.
Right.
He built that house, a young man, didn't
yeah, well, we
He
were
could put
10.
a set of raptors on the ground and hand them up to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he? He was young.
on the ground.
Young boys don't do
You
stuff
get
like
that car
that
shed
today.
that way down the house.
Yeah. Yep.
No, if he
Mark
do
it,
that,
cut 'em, put them together.
Yep,
we
build
were
'em
10
and then hand 'em up.
We were 10 when we
Ain't no way they
moved
could do
over
it.
there.
There's a lot of lumber in there.
And we.
A lot of lumber.
Don,
Don, what about you burning down the outhouse?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
You don't remember that?
I don't
Don,
remember that.
that was plain as day.
I probably ran the head, huh?
Why did he burn it
That
down?
was plain as day. You burn it down.
Was he smoking?
No, he was burning grass.
So it wasn't.
First house, wasn't it? Didn't we build it? Didn't he build a 2-hole after that, or was that before?
The first one was a 1-hole. And you went out down there, it was like top room straw like this. You set it fire and it caught the toilet on fire and burned it up. And Daddy moved on over and built a 2-hole.
I remember that, but I don't remember burning.
It caught, well, I ain't saying you burned it, it caught fire from what you were burning.
It was an accident.
You didn't set it
I think I
afire.
was smoking pot or something.
He wasn't around then.
I understand that Mama stuck a pea up her nose and hid under the house and got stuck and had to take the floor up to get her out. And that was at the Grandpa Jake's house,
No, Papa
No.
Frank.
Frank's house. That's right, Frank's house.
That's the truth, cause I saw that.
You saw that?
Yes, I did.
Take the floorboard, the
She
planks
run.
off the.
But your mama'd run from anything. She'd do something to you and she'd run.
That sound like
She
a
went and
man.
hit Bill in the head with the jumping board, you
Mhm.
know.
Seesaw?
No, no, it seesaw
Jumping
and
board.
jump it. It
Jump
flew up and hit Bill in the head.
Just
Jumping plank. Mhm. And her and Bill was jumping plank. And this is at the old Flo house. Okay, it was high off the ground. When she hit him in the head, under the house she went. She'd always hide. I went under the house, Mama made her come out. But I don't think she whooped her, but she made her come out. But really, she stuck a pea up her nose, and instead of letting Daddy and him get it out, she run,
Yeah.
went up under that hot porch.
Right.
She was something else.
And Shirley, I understand you like to play dead and scare Jim.
Yeah, now, she was something else too.
I just want to see if they
storm,
really did love me or anything, to come and get me up out the floor.
A
But yeah, I was
storm.
tickled.
a storm would come up Wesley and she was ironing and she, oh, the lightning struck me. She just fall over, scare that boy to death. Ain't no wonder he's dead.
Oh, yeah, he's still feeling
And I think we covered Carol falling out of the car,
Yeah.
bouncing a while.
it. That's what made her cross-eyed.
And cross.
No, I didn't.
Probably
Grandpa
not.
catching it because she fell out of the car. It's all his fault.
He did.
He did. Mama gave him a fit because he was supposed to, she was working. He was supposed to be home with her, with them kids while she worked. And she just chewed that man out. And that man sat there and didn't say a word, just like
I didn't know
always.
she said
Sound
it.
like you, right?
I didn't know the way she said it though. You got down what he said and what she said.
I don't know how.
What, the last time?
For whenever she said she had to quit work, you got that down. What she really said,
Mm-hmm.
huh?
On the last recording, yeah.
So you don't need to hear that again.
I know she's mad.
That's what she said.
She didn't want her little darlings to get hurt.
She said she's gonna have to quit the second shift before Lance killed every damn one of us.
Yeah, that is what she said.
Mother.
And Virginia, so you lived in the den, your mom and dad's house. When Lanny was born, y'all lived with them?
No,
No? Okay.
yeah, for a bit.
For a bit.
We lived at Tweez Boger's.
Uh-huh.
To Boger's, it's a little house you went
Mhm.
around by Tweez down there. It was
Yeah.
a little 3-room house.
Right.
Well, when Lanny was born, Mama said you ain't going there, cause it just had it didn't have no partition. It had the studs,
Mhm.
but it wasn't fixed off. Nancy lived there when they moved. We moved there, and Mama said when Lanny was born, Mama said you're not going there, cause that baby'll die in that cold house. She said come down here. Bring your bed, come down here in my living room till you find a house. Okay, we found that old shed of Lester and Gary's. We lived in it, and every time it rained, we'd have to pull a bed somewhere. we
Do a
pushed
section of the house.
we pushed Granny and Lenny all over there, keeping it from raining on it till we built the house we had.
And the house that you finally built, I understand you, the family all helped out, and Twigs Boger too, tore down a bank or church. What was a church? Tore down a church in Harrisburg and hauled it all back, the lumber, with the tractor and trailer, right?
Well, that's, yeah, their house.
Their house is what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
we did that.
Yeah, to build their house.
Yeah, we used that cub and a trailer.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, yeah, I remember it very well.
I think all of them helped on it. And Pooh dug the septic tank. That was Ruth's mama's brother. He dug the septic tank. We lived in 3 rooms till we could get the rest finished up.
Mhm.
And Ruth's, he just made me so mad. He said, I got to get her in at least 3 rooms before she dies. He was so mad he wasn't wanting to hurry. Me living over there, dragging the bed all over the place, trying to, you know what, you know that old shed Carrie and Lester moved out into their house.
Yeah, Rufus paid me and then Pete Carpenter boys we took an old pan, an old dirt pan, and scooped out that basement down there in that house. Made it where you made a basement down there. I never got that dirt out. We'd take the mattock and shove and picks. We got it down and finally take the pan and drag it out there
Yeah,
with the old
yeah.
It still always leaked up water, would leak in it.
And Ralph and Bill slept upstairs in the house, and Ralph had a thing about sleepwalking.
Yeah.
And how did you end up not sleepwalking anymore? What stopped you?
I guess.
Falling down the steps.
I
One
think
time
you would
did
say
it.
tumble, tumble, tumble.
Yeah, and that was the end of that. Huh? No more sleepwalking.
But there wasn't a door. I mean, it wasn't a door. There was a hole.
Yeah, an opening.
So
You
I
been
guess
there.
he just.
I bet you slept up there many
I
times.
still like my house down there.
And I believe y'all used to
Solid built, had some good lumber in it.
Yes, it did.
try to collect for the newspaper
But I still like
That's
that
the
house.
house.
at the Huff House.
One more built house. I did.
Y'all remember that?
I do.
She did.
Remember what?
I do.
Ralph and Bill collecting for the paper,
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think we went.
trying to get
She
Mama.
said, wait till I
Mama
go
the
get my pocketbook.
Got the house
We
too.
waited till after dark, so we would know.